Hey y'all, stop treating rest areas like free campgrounds. If that's you, I'm talking to you. Here's the deal. Right here, look at this. This is the reason why we're about to lose rest areas forever. We have all seen campers set up at rest areas. It's absolutely insane. The lawn chairs, the barbecues, the dog fences, they've set up a literal outdoor living room. Your quick stop is not, let me say that again, is not a free campground. And today, we're going through the secret rules of rest stops for those who might not know. There are rules and there is etiquette to rest areas, and we do not want you to become the reason why somebody gets shut down for good when it comes to rest areas and grabbing a quick nap. Listen, I've traveled thousands upon thousands of miles in this country, okay? And I have seen some crazy things. But this whole area of grabbing a quick free camp at a rest area is getting out of control. Now, let me be 100% clear about something. So we don't have any mixed words or mixed feelings or confusion of emotion. I'm not telling you how to travel. I'm not doing that. I'm trying to save one of the most valuable resources we have, a safe, free place to sleep, not camp. I'm going to give you the secret. Rest areas were made for one reason, and one reason only: to save your life. They were built to fight drowsy driving and not to be your vacation spot on your way to vacation. They are a tool to hit the reset button, hit the toilet, and get back on the road without wrecking your vehicle. That's what they're for. But now, people are treating rest areas like free parks, like free RV parks. And it's about to ruin it for everybody, because you have states that are now cracking down and throwing up no overnight parking signs because there are a few bad apples wrecking the system. Let me be clear. It's just a few, and it only takes one. So let's get to the rules that will keep you safe and these spots open for everybody. Okay? So rule number one, this is a pit stop, not a campsite. Understand that. This is the number one rule, the most important one on the list. And I started off with that because the second you start pulling out the gear that belongs in a campground, you have gone way too far. That means no awnings, no camp chairs, no tables, and please, for God's sake, don't break out your personal grill, okay? Sleep in your vehicle is one thing, but building a patio outside is something totally different. Now, just imagine you're a highway patrol officer. You see a grill and a bunch of gear sitting outside, and you're not just a tired driver anymore. You're a camper. And that's what causes problems, and it causes complaints. And complaints are what gets people banned. The rule is simple. If it's not attached to your RV, it stays inside your RV. Your stop must look like it's temporary, because guess what? It is temporary. Go stretch, use the picnic tables, walk your dog if you want to cook something to eat, and the facility has charcoal grills on there. Use those, but do not set up your entire life in somebody's parking lot. Now, number two, a lot of people might have an issue with this, but keep your doggone slides in. No exceptions. Now, it's controversial. I know y'all gonna have something to say. Put it in the comment. I'd be more than happy to have a conversation with you about it. But the moment that you extend your slides out, it is the equivalent of putting a giant neon sign up that says, "I'm moving in. That's what it says. It completely changes your footprint and blurs the lines between resting and living there. There are no exceptions to this rule. In a packed rest area, a slide can block walkways, it can take up extra spots, it can become a massive hazard to trucks that are trying to navigate in the pitch black. And it's a clear signal. It is a clear signal that you are camping and not resting. Now, I know somebody out there is going to come back to me. I know what you're thinking, but I can't even get into my bed without pushing the slide out. You know what? If that's the case for your rig and the rest area is not the place for you, it is not our problem nor our fault that you did not do your homework prior to buying your rig. You knew when you bought it that you had to put the slide out in order to get into bed. That's your issue. You should have planned your life a little bit better. So rest area ain't it. Find a Cracker Barrel that's got an easement that maybe you can put that over, like into a grassy area, something like that. But a rest area, it just ain't the place. Now, here's the deal. Walmart, you might be able to get away with that, again, in an easement. But look, I know this is a tough pill to swallow. It is what it is, but you got to find another option. It's just what it is. You can never extend a slide, not even a little bit, in an area like this because it's camping. The mission is to stay in travel mode, keeping your rig as small as possible as if it were on the highway, and putting your slides out to get into bed is not it. Off that soapbox. Moving on to number 3. Never, ever, ever, ever park in a truck parking spot. I've got videos out there. I'm about to do another one. Leave truck spots to trucks. Go where they cannot go. Now, it's not about just being nice. It's absolutely about a safety and a basic respect. Professional truck drivers are under strict federal laws. In other words, you're on vacation, no strict federal laws. They are working under strict federal laws that force them to stop and rest. For them, that parking lot is not a luxury. It's a legal requirement. And when an RVer takes one of those trucks parking spots, you could be forcing that trucker to keep driving exhausted, putting every single person on the road in danger, up to and including you, Mr. RVer. Because guess what? I guarantee you, they drive that truck better than you drive your RV. The rest areas are a critical place of our country's supply chain. As RVers, we got other options. Again, Walmart, Cracker Barrel, a Harvest Host. Truckers don't have those options, okay? They just don't. They are on a brutal clock with almost no other choice. If there are RV designated spots, use them. If not, park on the car side or along the far edges and leave the big, easy pull-through spots for big rigs that are legally required to stop. Which now brings me to number 4. Know the time limit and crush it, okay? Look here, just because it's free doesn't mean it's a free for all right? These places have a hidden timer, and if you ignore it, you're gonna get that knock on your window. Now, most states that allow overnight stays have strict time limits, and they're all over the place. It's publicized. For example, California and Washington State give about 8 hours, but Illinois, the limit is 3 hours. And in some parts of Pennsylvania, it's just 2 hours, which is not even close to a full night's sleep. And then you have states like Colorado, Virginia, and the Carolinas, which have completely banned overnight parking at most of their rest areas. I won't say all, but most. So those time limits are there for a reason. It's to make sure that there is a consistent turnover for the next tired driver. Overstaying your welcome is the fastest way to get us kicked out. Before you pull in, do a quick search for the state's rules and always read the signs that are up and around. Get your rest and get back on the road. So if you think these tips are helping, do me a favor, smash that like button. It literally takes 1 second to help us keep these travel secrets coming. And if you want more insane travel advice like this, subscribe right now. You don't want to miss what's next. All right, so we're back here with rule number 5, be a ghost. When you stay at a rest area, the challenge is to be completely invisible. You want to be so quiet, so low-key that when the sun comes up, nobody even knows you were there. First, noise. This is not the time to fire up your super loud generator and let it run all night long. The sound, travels. It travels, okay? If you don't have what I would consider a national park decibel level generator, then don't use it, okay? It's unbelievably rude, okay, to have your generator cranking while somebody is trying to sleep. You got the option to use batteries, solar, whisper quiet generator, or inverter generator, that is, that little box under the coach. Keep the TV volume down and save your loud arguments with your boo for later. Next thing, your lights. Look, I shouldn't have to say this, but I am. You got to be a good neighbor and kill your doggone exterior lights. Your massive LED light bar might be awesome on the trail, but it's blinding like a mother. It's a blinding monster in a crowded parking lot at 2 o'clock in the morning. Use blackout shades to keep your light inside and give yourself some privacy, in case you know. And the goal is to blend in, not light up the entire parking lot like it's a stadium. Now, leave your spot where you pulled in better than you found it. So this is the ultimate rule for any responsible traveler, but it's 10 times more important here for you as a camper, okay? The agencies that maintain these places have very tight and strict budgets. Don't make their job impossible. This means you pack out every single thing you bring in, okay? Use the trash cans, but if they're overflowing, take your trash with you. Never leave a bag of garbage next to a full trash can. This is how places get shut down, okay? This goes for pets too. Leash them little rascals, use the designated pet areas, and for the love of everything, clean up after your dog's doo-doo, okay? Every single time, there's no doggone excuse for it. And the biggest one of all, don't you ever dump your tanks. You understand? Don't you ever dump your gray or your black tanks anywhere other than a designated RV dump station. Some rest areas have them, okay, which is an incredible win. Use it. But dumping your black tank in a toilet or letting your gray tank leak into the asphalt is effing disgusting, okay? Illegal, and is the #1 way to get us all kicked out and banned from these places. Lastly, stay ready to roll out. Okay, it's all about psychology, but it sends a huge message. To prove your stay is temporary, keep your vehicle close to travel ready as possible. If you got a, we call it the fifth wheel. That's what it is. If you got a fifth wheel or a travel trailer, keep that joker hitched to your truck. Unhitching sends a crystal clear message that you are settling in for a long stay. Exactly what you need to avoid. It also means you can leave instantly in the morning, or if something sketchy happens in the night, you can get the hell out of Dodge. And on that same note, don't put your leveling jacks down unless it's an emergency. Again, it's about perception. Jacks down says we're getting set up to camp. Stay hitched with your jacks up says we're just taking a quick break. It's simple but powerful. It's a way to show respect for the stop. So what does all this come down to? One simple tiny word: respect. RESPECT. Respect for the rest area's purpose, which is safety. Respect for the rules that come with them and keep them open. Respect for the professional drivers that need these stops to do their job legally, okay? And respect for every other traveler who just as tired as you are. The privilege we have to use our rest areas is not guaranteed. In fact, they're very incredibly fragile. We're seeing them disappear at city parks, at businesses, and now at rest areas. Every single time you pull into a rest area for the night, you are an ambassador for every RVer out there. So let's be amazing ambassadors. Let's be the reason these critical stops stay open for everyone for years to come. Be safe, be smart, and leave no trace. Now it's your turn. What is the most insane thing you've ever seen somebody do at a rest area? Drop it in the comments below. I want to hear the craziest stories you got. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the road. This is Crazy Keon, and you've been listening to Hanging with the Hazes.